Good morning, Cedar Park. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and it's an A day.
This morning, we meet some of the friendliest faces at Cedar Park, our hardworking cafeteria workers.
Also ahead, everything you need to know about Cedar Park's newest club, all about F1.
Looking for weekend plans, why Cedar Park Market Days is becoming a go-to spot for local finds and small businesses.
And in this morning's brief, get the latest on the war with Iran.
Plus, learn the signs for spotting a common form of cancer on this week's HOSA Health Minute. So turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now.
Good morning and welcome back to the Wolfcast. I'm Molly Pinkerton in for Kira Cox.
I'm Landon Reed in for E. Cummins.
And I'm Michael Meraki in for Lulu Lynch.
We start this morning with a big congrats to our Robo Lobos after another huge weekend of competition.
On Friday, Team Fenrir won its fourth straight UIL 5A state championship and also took home the Team Spirit Award.
3 Robo Lobos teams competed at the Texas State Cup, featuring some of the top teams in the state.
Fenrir won first place for design, Ghost earned second place for design, and Lycans took second in a div, giving Cedar Park a strong showing across multiple divisions.
Fenrir and Ghost also teamed up for an all Robo Lobos playoff alliance and finished third in their division after a close match against the eventual tournament champs. Fenrir still has one more tournament left this season, Worlds in April, but this has already become one of the most successful years in club history.
Congrats to all of our Robo Lobos on an incredible season. Moving on to our next story this morning. While the students rush to eat lunch every day, there's a group that makes the food behind the scenes.
That group makes sure no student will go hungry, serving every teen in school.
Reporter Liam Malevsky shows us how these cafeteria workers are making an impact beyond the cafeteria. Liam?
Thanks, Michael. For many students, lunch is just another part of the school day. But for the cafeteria staff, it's their mission to make sure every student is taken care of.
While students may only see them for a few minutes every day, their job carries even before lunch starts. The lunch ladies don't only cook for the students, but for the love of their job.
Well, my opinion is I love my jobs. Make sure children eat. I don't want to starve the children. So I want to help. I want to go to class, then learn, see you Sunday, and see you lunchtime.
Their job involves much more than what students see in the cafeteria, with constant preparation and a focus on making sure no one is left without a meal. Assistant Principal Vernon Rogers explains what students miss behind the scenes.
What most people don't realize is that they're cooking a lot of this stuff and getting things prepared for us, not the day before, but during the day, trying to make sure everybody gets at least a good meal. And what a lot of people don't understand is sometimes if you don't have money, they will find a way to make sure that you get fed and get taken care of.
The CPHS cafeteria staff work hard every day to bring food to students. So make sure that next time you pass them, say thank you or even stop for a chat. With CPHS News, reporting for the Wolfcast, I'm Liam Malevsky.
Thanks, Liam.
From the racetrack to the classroom, CPHS's F1 preparations for their first race week meeting are well underway. The officer line, who were brought together by a respective love for the sport, have held multiple officer meetings laying out the plans for their club, such as events, meeting dates, and other important information. Club President Jasper Chen says being able to talk F1 with other students is something very exciting to him.
So I say even if you're not an F1 fan, you could join because first of all, you don't need to know anything. Like in these meetings, we teach you everything you need to know from like how the races work to like the race specifics, like on the tracks and the tires and strategies and whatnot. And also, it's just a good way to get to know more people around the school. You know, like clubs, there's a lot of people joining because of the interest, and that could be a good way to bond with people and like, you know, as I mentioned earlier, to get people of similar interests together.
If you're interested in joining F1 Club, they'll be hosting their next meeting very soon. So make sure to follow their Instagram at CPHS F1 Club for updates.
If you're trying to find something to do on weekends, Cedar Park Market Days at Lakeline Mall is a good place to check out and support local businesses. Cedar Park Market Days is a weekend market held in the parking lot of Lakeline Mall. Local vendors set up booths selling cool things like handmade jewelry, clothing, art, baked goods, and other small business products. The market gives people in the community a chance to support local businesses while also finding cool items you won't see in the big stores. There are usually lots of different vendors, and many of them are small business owners here in the area. Park Market Days happens most weekends at Lakeline Mall, so if you're looking for something to do, check out the vendors and go support.
The biggest art event of the year in Leander ISD is coming up next Saturday.
The District Art Show will be Saturday, March 28th at Vista Ridge High School from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and it's free to attend.
Artwork from every school in the district will be on display, including pieces from every art class here at Cedar Park. So come out and support our student artists.
Coming up, today's top headlines in this morning's brief. Topping off our headlines in this morning's brief, President Trump says his administration is preparing for possible talks with Iran as the conflict in the region continues. U.S. officials say early discussions are underway about a potential peace deal, though there's been no direct contact between the U.S. and Iran in recent days. Countries like Egypt, Qatar, and the U.K. have been passing messages between both sides. Trump says Iran may be willing to negotiate, but Iranian officials have pushed back, saying any talks would require a ceasefire and guarantees that fighting will not resume.
Next, a top FEMA official claims to have teleported to a Waffle House. Before, Greg Phillips, who was appointed to lead FEMA's Office of Response and Recovery last December, has spoken on multiple podcasts about being teleported against his will. Phillips claimed that his car was, quote, lifted up, unquote, while he was driving and teleported 40 miles away into a ditch by a nearby church. And then on a separate occasion, he had been teleported to a Waffle House in Georgia, 50 miles away from his starting location. FEMA responded to inquiries about Phillips' claims, stating that his comments were, quote, taken out of context, unquote, or represent, quote, personal, informal, jovial discussions, end quote, made in the context of barely surviving cancer.
Finally, a local TV reporter in Los Angeles had her live segment interrupted by the appearance of a brown bear. Erin Myers of KTLA TV was broadcasting a segment on a bear encounter in the suburbs of LA when the bear appeared behind her.
Hi, you guys. You can see the bear actually walking into the trap, or nope, it was going to, but now it's walking out. We're going to step back a little bit.
Myers later said that this was the second time she had been interrupted by a bear during a live broadcast. So, how about that, you guys think?
Like, I've seen like the whole video and she stays really cool.
Really?
Like, she's like, oh, there's a bear behind me. We're gonna go ahead and like step right back, and she stays. She doesn't like run away or anything. She stays there and she keeps filming the bear, and the bear's kind of skedaddles off after a bit. But it's just like, imagine you're just there reporting, like, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah. Coming up next, Ali Singh is in the studio with a brand new HOSA Health Minute right after this break.
Welcome back to the HOSA Health Minute, where we take 60 seconds to share health facts and tips that keep you safe and informed. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, a time to highlight a cancer that is both common and highly preventable when caught early. Colorectal cancer affects the colon or rectum and is one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths in the U.S. What makes it especially important to talk about is that it often develops without noticeable symptoms in its early stages. One of the most effective tools for prevention is a colonoscopy. A colonoscopy allows doctors to examine the colon for polyps, small growths that can become cancerous over time. Polyps that are found during the procedure can be removed, making colonoscopies both a screening and prevention method. Doctors recommend starting routine colonoscopy screenings every 10 years beginning at age 45. By spreading information and encouraging conversations about screening, we can help reduce the impact of colorectal cancer and promote lifelong health. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, stay educated. With CPHS News, I'm Allie Singh.
Thanks, Sally.
The Wolfcast annual variety show, Cedar Park Tonight, is happening this Thursday at 7 o'clock in the Pack.
This show features talent show performances from Cedar Park students, as well as many other activities, games, and videos, and as well as a special performance by Kendrick Lamar.
You can purchase tickets and support our broadcast at cphsmediaboosterclub.betterworld.org or see our Instagram for more details.
And that's today's Wolfcast. Thank you for taking the time to join us during your day.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News. With CPHS News, I'm Molly Pinkerton and for Kira Cox.
I'm Landon Reed and for Cummins.
And I'm Michael Meraki and for Lulu Lynch. Remember to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.